habitation. This is my rest forever. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it. The Sabbath rest is about God's dwelling, abiding in Zion. Who is Zion? In Isaiah 52:16 it says, Zion, thou art my people. The Sabbath, therefore, is about God's character fully resting in the thoughts, feelings, words, actions, and motives of His people, His young people. That's the mark that needs to be placed upon the children. Isn't that a repeat of the blood of the lamb being put on the doorpost in the time preceding the deliverance of ancient Israel? So it's fit to say that Ezekiel 9 is but a repeat of that history in the last days. As we read earlier, that inspiration places that history at the end of the world, when the destroying angel comes for the final time at the place. But the mark, the seal, is not just about Christ abiding in our hearts. Remember we read in the destruction of Jerusalem how God held back the destruction until the children had opportunity to hear, understand, and accept the prophecies for that time? Well, this history is also repeated in the sealing of God's people in Ezekiel 9. In other words, Ezekiel 9, the seeing of God's people at the end of the world, is but a repeat of that history of the mark. It's but a repeat of the mark that ancient Israel needed to have in Egypt, the blood of the lamb on the doorpost, and a repeat of the intellectual mark which the Jewish children needed to have in the time of the Jews. Here is the seal. The Israelites placed over their doors a signature of blood to show that they were God's property. So the children of God in this age will bear the signature God has appointed. They will place themselves in harmony with God's law. A mark is placed upon every one of God's people, just as verily as a mark was placed over the doors of the Hebrew dwellings to preserve the people from the general ruin. God declares, I gave them my Sabbath to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am the Lord that sanctifies them. Ezekiel 20 verse 12. That's found in Faith I Live By, page 287, paragraph 6. Just as soon as the people of God are sealed in their foreheads, it is not any seal or mark that can be seen, but a settling into the truth, both intellectually and spiritually, so that they cannot be moved. Just as soon as God's people are sealed and prepared for the shaking, it will come. That's found in Faith I Live By, page 287, paragraph 7. So, let's go back to the beginning. What has this got to do with your responsibility as parents at the end of the world? Remember the reading? The destroying angel is soon to go forth again, not to destroy the firstborn alone, but to slay utterly old and young, both men, women, and little children who have not the mark. Parents, if you wish to save your children, separate them from the world. Keep them from the company of wicked children. For if we suffer them to go with wicked children, we cannot prevent them from partaking of their wickedness and being corrupted. It is your solemn duty to watch over your children, to choose the society at all times for them. Review and Herald, March 28, 1893, paragraph 13. Parents, in order for us children to have the seal of God, which is the character of Jesus controlling our thoughts, words, actions, motives, and feelings, and which is also of being settled into the truth intellectually too, don't think that you can place us among any and every environment, among any association, and think that our souls will be spared. The instruction to the Israelite were to gather their children into their homes, away from companionship with the Egyptians. Know ye not that in 1 Corinthians 15:33 it says, "Be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners." The Greek word which is translated as communications actually means companions. So it would correctly read, "Be not deceived, evil companions corrupt good manners." That means don't let Satan fool you into thinking